Hey guys, what's going on? It's Psycho Sibs Gaming, and we finally reached 1,000 subscribers, which is super exciting. And the question and answer video is currently in the works, so if you still have questions, this is your last chance to make sure they get in before it's too late. Anyways, I have finally had some decent time to just sit down and play Wizard. It sounds crazy, but I spend most of my free time making videos and I never really get to just play the game. Well, after playing the game for a while and getting some good experience with Wizard, I have come to the conclusion that I hate Wizard. Wanna know why? Then stick around because you're watching Psycho Sibs Gaming. Dear Lord, where do I even begin to start this video? I have wasted hours of my life grinding prize bulbs to unlock this boy early because I'm too cheap to cop up 20 bucks to buy him outright. So when I finally yeeted Dumbledore out into the battle arena, I expected him to beat the pants off of those potted plants. Yet, I was not so unexpectedly disappointed. When it comes to primary weapons, Wizard is just Walmart Electric Slide. Like yeah, it hits for over 20 damage, but the basic functionality of the weapon is so close to that of Electric Slide's Bolt that it feels far too familiar. And yes, I know, Electric Slide's Bolt can chain enemies so they're not the same, but then I would argue that Wizard's primary is boring compared to hers. And it had so much potential to be some really cool magic beam weapon, or even just a homing shot like Rose would be fine for some balance. But bootleg slide is what we got, and it is quite a tragedy. Granted, there is a charged up version of this primary weapon, which flings a purple sparkly fairy bouncy ball at the enemies, which hits for 4 damage a max of like 5 or 6 times, making this main blippity bloop seem like a god gun in comparison. Honestly, the only way to make this grape jelly sphere of sadness viable is to run the upgrade that slows the ball down when it touches enemies. Even then, it's still not worth actively using. And also, fun fact, a pet peeve of mine is when characters have crutch perks. If one upgrade has the ability to make a character playable versus unplayable, then the game balancing is wrong and needs to be revisited. Now, don't get me wrong, Wizard has some decent features. I can't complain about the functionality of the co-star, and the zee-lixar is a lot of fun to use. But who in God's name thought it was a good idea to add in the demonic goop summoning pentagram into this game? Like, sure, the animation is kinda cool, but also the animation sucks, and takes way too long to activate the orb that you'll probably already be dead before they spawn. And also, good luck landing any of those orbs on your enemies. Yeah, let me just revisit junior high geometry class to calculate where the points of the star are in relation to my body so I can perfectly line up the orb spawn points with my enemies. Like, okay, we get it. Wizard is supposed to be more of a high-skilled character, but this special ability activation is idiotic. Let me play the game without Satan or trigonometry beta. Finally, I draw majority of these complaints from playing pretty much every game mode other than Turf Takeover. You see, Wizard works great in Turf Takeover, even with random players, because everyone is, or should be, focused on the central objective, so it's easy to co-star onto anyone and get into the heat of the battle. But for the other game modes, especially a mode like Battle Arena, oh dear me. If you don't have a coordinated party chat, Wizard is likely to be the downfall of your team. He relies on team synergies. So when I'm teamed up with a bunch of baby newbies who bump into walls and ask me how to tie their shoes, then there is no way in Crazy Dave I'm having any success latching onto one of them and taking the dub. Especially since Wizard isn't quite equipped with the greatest solo arsenal, and has a taller statue overall, making him far more susceptible to taking hits. All in all, yeah, Wizard has some issues. I'm glad they added a new character into the game, and I hope they add more, because now things are mildly unbalanced with an extra zombie existing. But anyways, they're shooting in the right direction. They just maybe didn't quite hit the target in the center. Granted, with fan service nowadays, when does anyone ever? However, this video was taken over by the devil on my shoulder. So if you guys are vibing more with the angel and everything I just said hurt your feelings, then please don't unsubscribe and instead check out my other video on why I love the wizard. Link for that is in the description. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Cheers to 1K and cheers to another Game On, gamers.